Hello, my darlings. Hello, hello. What y'all doing? It's not many people here, but yay. What is wrong with my crazy hair? Oh my gosh. Hi, Enid. I see two people. Woohoo. I need to go get another color of yarn. Nobody wants to come see me. Oh well. La 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 la. I got to go in here and stop. I got some people's playlist going. I have to stop them. Hi, Crystal. How are you? I'm just sitting here finishing up a blankie, crochet blankie. I got to put a border on it now. Figure out how I want to do this. How are you, Crystal? How you doing, darling? How you doing? 1, 2, chain 1, chain 2. I'm going to put 2 between. Everybody say hi to each other. No, that's not what I want to do either. I'm trying to figure out how I... Oh, hello, Enid. We're fancy seeing you here. I'm trying to figure out how to do a border around this. I don't know if I want to do a scallop border. Can you guys hear me, by the way? As I need a border on it. I don't like it when it's plain like this. So, should I do a scallop border? Skip 2 stitches. Let's see what that's going to look like. Okay. Skip 2 stitches and 1, 2. Let me see what that looks like. 2, 5. Nope, that's not right. I did something wrong. Scalloped. Okay. So I need to. I'm going to skip 1 stitch. Do a single crochet. Then I'm going to go in the next stitch. Da 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 da. I'll do 5. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Mom, plus Mom of 4 boys. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just putting a border on my crocheted blanket. I'm going to do a scalloped edge, cluster 5. Let's see. I don't like that either. Okay. Maybe I'll do a triangle. Maybe I won't do anything. How you guys doing? Okay, so let's see. I'm going to do a cluster, I think, like this. 1. I'm just talking to myself. Good, how are you? My name is Rachel. Okay, Rachel, awesome. You guys can all drop your links, by the way. Even though we don't have to do that anymore, do it anyway and connect, be friends. My advice is to wait 24 hours at least before you actually subscribe to a person, because then I think it sticks, but I'm not sure. There's so many things. They say so many things on YouTube. Who knows what's real and what's not? I don't even think I'm real. I think I'm just a figment of my own imagination. I love the scalp look of the edging, but it can go wrong so easily. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and I'm going to go, now I'm going to skip 1 stitch, single crochet, then 5. We'll see how that looks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I usually put scalloped edges on my ponchos when I make them. So there's a scalloped edge. I don't know how good you can see it. Who's coming up here to see me, by the way? Probably not very clear. Let me drop my linker-dinker. My linker-dinker. It's taken me a long time to grow. It takes a long time. You got to get your booty out there and go to lives. And yeah, my first channel I had, it took me a long time to grow. I only had 4,000 after 2 years subscribers. I've been at it almost 2 years for boys, and I haven't gotten to 600. It's okay, because YouTube, it's just like anything else, like Facebook or anything else. Hey, gamer bro, what you doing? Hey, how are you doing today, everyone? I'm doing good. How you doing, bruh? Bruh. Okay, so I got to skip 1 stitch and go in there and then go in there like that. You coming up here or not, sister friend? 2, 3, 4. Thanks. I'll subscribe. 5. I need to quit crocheting because I can't pay attention. But is anybody going to come up here and say hello to me? I want to make a poncho. I used to, the first person I made a poncho with, first time I ever made a poncho was in the 8th grade. And I was a kid in the 70s, so they were very popular. And I followed a written pattern then. It had fringe on it. I made ponchos and sold them to my friends for $25. Of course, that was a lot of money for a poncho. Hey, Suze, you cute little thing. How you doing, girlfriend? That was a lot of money back in the 70s, $25. But I made those ponchos and I sold them all over my high school. Hey, Mima, you gonna? And nobody will come up to see me. I'm going to drop the link. Mima will come up, won't you, honey, baby girl? But yeah, I followed. Keep the camera off. Okay, you can keep the camera off if kiddos are in the background, my grandchildren. But yeah, my first poncho, I made them, and then I don't like to follow patterns. And then I've made, always do your neck a chain of 80. It works the best. But I kind of like this scallop edge on I love that color gold. It's Red Heart, and it's called I am live. Hang on a second. You guys, I'm live. What? I'm live. Come over to my live. I'm live right now. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm live right now, so come on in. Come up on the channel so you can crack everybody up, Kenneth. That's okay. You can have gas over here. Come on over. Okay, love you. Okay, bye. That was Kenneth. He was calling me. Okay, so here's the link. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm live. Okay, who's all here? Okay, come on over, guys. I'm going to hang up, okay?
All right, Arnie. All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
You're still there. Hang on. I can't get rid of y'all. Okay, come on over.
All right.
Wait a minute. Hang off.
Okay.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye, honey. Okay. Now, let me drop my link. Jovita, hello. No, yeah, Kenneth was calling. Okay. Here is the link. Who's coming up? Okay. Can have 6 people. Jovita's in Colorado. I can't even say Colorado. Enid's in Colorado too. I just told you where you lived. My 1-year anniversary is tomorrow, Rachel says. Oh, for Enid, what you doing? Yes. Yes. What? I can't hear you. Hang on. Oh, that's not my link. That's not my link. Well, it doesn't even. It says StreamYard. Hang on a second. Copy. It's messed up. It says StreamYard. Try it again. I don't know what the dealio is. Well, that was weird. Okay. Oh, well, I don't know what I was sending you. But anyway, yeah, that's the link that I thought I was hitting. Maybe I was hitting something else. Okay, well, come on up. Okay, bye. She was trying. Nobody could come up. That's on YouTube. Oh, sorry. Okay. Wait, my 1-year anniversary. Okay. So there, is Kenneth here? Oh, yeah. Enid says, batten down the hatches. It's going to be a storm coming. Wish we had a storm. Not a thunderstorm, but I want some snow. Okay, so if anybody wants to come up, grab that link. Make sure when you subscribe to somebody, one person subscribe, the other person come back in 24 to 48 hours, or YouTube can take them right away. I'm telling you, that works for me, but that's just me. Okay. So who's coming to see me? Who's coming to Okay, here's Mimi. Meemaw.
Girl.
Hey, girl. What you doing, girl?
Waiting on
Okay.
everybody. Where's everybody?
Okay, somebody's got to turn it on the YouTube side.
Wait a minute. I know what's going on. Now, I think I'm right now.
Okay, hang on just a minute. I got to go over here to my channel. I'll be right with you and make sure I turn on my okay, just a minute. Everybody stay with me. Just give me a second. I got to make sure. Stay there. I got to make sure I got all my stuff turned on. Oh, Rachel went down. Okay, just a second. Be right with you, Meemaw.
I'm here.
Don't leave. Don't run off on me, girl. Okay. I got to turn on some things. Save. All right. Okay. Mama 4 boys. Let's see if she's... Okay, there's Mama 4 boys. There's Rachel.
Hi, how are you?
How do you do?
Hello, everybody.
That
Yeah, I got the same living room as you do.
I was about to explode because we're dropping the link, but it was to a YouTube video, the one you had originally dropped to, like the tutorial or something.
Oh, the StreamYard from last night.
Nope, it was like
It was another one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Inherited. Yeah.
It, like you kept dropping it, and I'm like screaming at the monitor, like I'm like screaming or typing, and being like,
I kept seeing you screaming and
that's the YouTube link. So I just came up and called you.
oh, Rachel fell out. You mean it wasn't? You mean it wasn't this StreamYard?
No,
The StreamYard link.
it was a YouTube. Went to your YouTube channel. The other YouTube channel, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Stitches?
well, it was her. I think it was one of her videos from her YouTube channel. It wasn't a live or anything that I could tell.
Yeah, that's why I did.
Great visitation here. Oh, wish you bring your.
Hilarious.
What time is it? I wish Cathal and Sue would come up. Where's Rachel again?
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button.
Right to me, Mama. Okay. Cathal's saying hello. That's my friend. Great visitations. Oh my God. Cool channel. Well, I'll have. I can't talk. I got this candy and it's so hot that it's like burning my tongue. Oh. All right, my friend. What happened?
It's funny that he kept dropping the wrong link. I was like, insane.
I was dropping the link to the thing, but anyway, I gotta talk. Kathy, oh my God, that video that I want to. Oh my gosh, he had this video up of this pyramid at this cemetery in Ireland. Last night, I had dreams about that cemetery. GV.
Oh. Right.
But I don't care. Any video about a cemetery does not scare me because I love to hang out in cemeteries. I've spent the night in cemeteries before. It ain't dead people you got to be afraid of. It's the people that are alive.
Amen.
It's better now with the iPhones that now you can look up their obituaries while you're there.
I know.
That's true. That's true.
I can't because I don't use my data. We don't pay for data. We don't use data. I can't use anything while I'm out. If it ain't Wi-Fi, if those dead folk under the ground ain't got Wi-Fi, then I can't pick nothing. Can't do no lives at the cemetery.
Well, I never like have visited cemeteries where somebody I knew was in there because my family just gets cremated. But my father-in-law passed, and when we go there, I'm like looking up all the gravestones to see what their obituaries are. I'm like,
I know that is
interesting.
Well, TV does real crime and real people and all that stuff. Well, I mean, everybody that's passed away is real, but he's in Ireland. But I would love to do that. But I'll tell you a little tale real quick. My dad and my mom always knew I was a weirdo. When I say weirdo, it's because I've always talked to dead people, okay? I've tried. They don't talk back half the time. But anyway, my dad told me if I came to the cemetery trying to talk to him, when he died, he would scare the crap out of me.
Did he?
Okay. I couldn't handle it no longer. I wanted to talk to my mommy and daddy. About a year before last, my husband and I went to a cemetery and took my spirit box out. And I said, Mom and Dad, I'm here. If you're here, can you please say hi to me and tell me you're okay? I said that in about 3 or 4 minutes. It was under 5 minutes. All I heard was, get out. Get out.
That's
and as God is my witness, it was my father's voice. I kid you not. You never seen a fat girl in the car in your life.
I had a friend of mine take me to Savannah. And I was in Savannah, and all the people I met in Savannah said, you've got to go down to this park down in downtown Savannah and go to Tomatici's gravesite. And if you run around it and call his name 4 times running around it, he'll talk to you. He'll say something to you. And so we're all out there, we've had some beers and stuff. I was much younger. And we're running around this memorial for this Tomachichi. And we're going, Tomachichi, 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 all of us, And all of a sudden, the girl who took us there said, be quiet, listen. And we all got so quiet. Of course, we were stumbling anyway, but he never said a word to us. And you know what my friend said to us?
What?
He didn't want to talk to y'all tonight.
Uh,
We made a fool of it.
You had some beers, so you were tipsy. Maybe he didn't want to talk to drunk people.
That's right. Oh, that's hilarious.
He probably figured, well, they ain't gonna remember talking to me anyway because they're all drunk.
Visit Mama. Do you have a channel?
Mom has a channel.
Yeah, I do.
What's your channel name?
Oscar. And Mimi's funny too. She tells us we're peer pressure.
What's your channel name?
Mima.
Visit Mima.
Visit Mima. Yes.
Oh, I love that. Will the chat be open after we get off? Because I'll subscribe to your channel.
Well, thank you. That will be wonderful. I love to hear from you. Yeah, I watched YouTube last night, and it was that trilogy. I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's Trilogy Media, and these women are being scammed, and they're selling their houses and sending money to these scammers because they've got these romances going.
That's a catfish.
Oh, well.
Catfish, yeah, that's it. Catfish.
I've heard of that.
I had a cousin, and she's not even an old lady, and she got scammed by a guy. And I said, anybody? No. I won't even. My father-in-law, which is an intelligent, college-educated man, he fell for a scammer. Hey, Angela.
What?
And
some scammer. I have. My mother-in-law, and said it was my son at school, and that he had got into a car accident. He was 13. He had stolen a car and got into a car accident, and to send $1,000. And she was terrified. Anyway, she called me when he was at school, and he was at school.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you. We watched about the scammer Kid Boga. Is that it?
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. I just never seen it before. It was a whole new information venue for me, and I thought, how do they? And they still, even after they've been proven that the people are not real, they're still sending them money and still talking to them.
Well, my dad always used to tell me, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So don't fall for anything. So my sister actually, which really surprised me, she fell for it. She fell for a scammer one. And he said, well, if you send us $50, we'll put your name in this thing. And she told me about it. She said, oh my God, I'm really going to win like money. I said, no, you're not.
The house always wins.
Yeah. I said, you're not. I said, sister, you're being scammed. No. Hi, JoJo. You want to come up, honey? She said, it seems legit. I said, then that's when it's wrong, if it seems legit. Remember what Dad told us. But I was at my sister's house, and I waited for that guy. She said, well, he says he's going to call back tomorrow. And I said, I'll be down there. When he calls back, I'll give him my piece of my mind. Tell him, when that guy called back, and I'm not talking bad about people from other countries, don't get me wrong, but a lot of those people, they're like India and stuff like that. And I mean nothing disrespectful about that. Hello, Kenneth. Are you coming up? Crack us up, son. But yeah, if anything sounds too good to be true, it
usually is.
I told that guy, I said, listen, you should be ashamed of yourself. I said, I know where you are. I said, you're in an apartment or in a hotel room in Asia. And I said, you're trying to scram. Listen to me. You're trying to scram. Yeah, he was trying to scram when I got done with him.
A long time ago, I watched this channel. I think the guy is Scottish. I can't remember. And he's really smart with computers and stuff. And I guess he got fed up with there's criminal organizations in some countries that will prey on the elderly and whatnot. And anyway, I don't know what his impetus was, but he it's so funny. I remember he would he would phone in, and it was like a Microsoft they would pretend to be Microsoft support, but
yeah,
it wasn't.
I've seen that one.
Yeah. So he would call in and
Okay, hang on, guys.
mess with them, and then he would hack into their security
Yeah.
cameras and watch them. He hacked into their security cameras and
Hey,
he would
Jen.
watch what they were doing,
Yeah.
and he'd say, I see you typing there. What are you looking at? And like they'd freak out, like it was so funny. It's hilarious. He didn't like call them names or anything. It was just really funny. Like he outfoxed them at their own game. It was absolutely
Oh, that kid Boga. How you doing, JoJo, honey? How you doing?
I need to find that channel again because it was fun.
It's amazing how talented he was, wasn't it?
Did you see the guy too? The guy who
Kid
could
Boga,
hack into the systems of the old man and look and hack into their security cameras and watch them. It was absolutely it was fantastic. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
But I don't remember
Where'd
the
you
guy's
get
name.
honey, baby darling? JoJo's
What,
got
Granny?
What happened to Kenneth?
Oh, I don't
Kenneth,
know.
he said JoJo's sick. I mean, JoJo's
Oh.
sick. Not JoJo. Deborah's sick. Those pretty red lights back there. What are those? Are those candles?
The candles are those battery operated. Jason got them for Christmas for my background, and then on the wall is a Nightmare Before Christmas light up clock.
Oh, cute.
That
I got
is
some.
cool. I'd love to see what the clock looks like. That looks cool. You can only see
Let
part
me
of
see if
it.
you can get it closer without dropping you.
Oh, that is so
Oh, that's
cool.
cute.
It is.
I love that.
Where did you get that?
You know, Amazon, of course. Everything's on Amazon.
If you can't get it off Amazon, where can you get it? Nowhere.
Right.
Yeah, I have some battery operated candles, and I use rechargeable batteries. And
That's what we
they're up
do.
there, my TV, and
Oh, look at that. Cutie.
Hello, little one. Hello, little one. Hey.
I don't want to sound mean, but you probably better. Yeah, there you go. Because I could get in trouble for letting a little one be up on camera in my channel since it's for under.
Sorry.
That's okay, honey. But I have those battery operated candles, which are beautiful, and the wicks move, and they look just like real candles. But there's 6 of them up there. I charge up the batteries, takes 2 batteries each, and turn them on one time. Well, when I turn them on one time, I might leave them on all night. Then, of course, they're dead.
Mhm.
It's a pain in the butt to take them out and recharge them. But you can't do that. Regular batteries, it just zaps they're so darn expensive.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, everybody.
I
They
can't
sure
bring
are
the dog
pretty,
up
though.
anymore. I had to get rid of him.
What'd you
Honey,
say,
Emily?
honey?
I said I can't bring the dog up anymore. I got rid of her.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My doggy went to the doctor today.
I didn't
She's
have
have
a toy.
surgery on. She's got to have surgery on the 2nd of November. I mean, November. Good God. The 2nd
If you
of
look at my
February.
channel, which I left a comment on your channel and subscribed while I was muted, and you can see her as a puppy. I've got a video of her as a puppy on my channel
Okay.
on
Oh.
Emily the Wanted One channel. I believe that's the one I subscribed to you on. Yeah, the one I subscribed to you on, Emily the Wanted One. You look on there and you'll see a when she was little. She was so cute.
Well, oh my
Sweetie, I'm
goodness.
sorry that you had to
You
get
know-
rid of her. Sweetie pie.
Yes, I may have to move, and I'll have to get rid of I have 2 dogs and a cat, and one of my dogs is blind, and they're all like 13 years old or something. And to move into the senior citizens complex, I have to get rid of 2 of them, and I've had them for all these years. And
Are you going to keep the
I'm
blind one?
fighting. Huh?
Are you going to keep the blind one?
Yes. And he is also the youngest one, but I can't. They've been with me so long, and they're my buddies. I've been by myself for a long time, and I'm handicapped and a shut-in, like most people my age are now. It seems, or younger. But they've been wonderful to me. But
Yeah.
Yeah, they love like an animal's love. They love unconditionally.
I had
And
a Chihuahua and I had her 3 years, and I hated to get rid of her, but I had no choice.
I know you did. I'm so sorry, dear.
What?
You
Have to
did.
part with her.
my husband told me, he said, because I have a tooth that broke in the front, where the back
Uh,
broke off. The dentist
uh,
put clear coat, the stuff on the back to keep it from getting any worse or whatever. And he said, you can get your tooth fixed or you can get your dog fixed. I said, I'll get my dog fixed before I get myself fixed.
Yeah, that's the way I am. We just put a
Because
lot of money into poor Lucky, and he unfortunately
I'm so
last
sorry
Wednesday
about
he didn't make it.
I'm so sorry about your baby Lucky. I'm sorry,
I'm
sweetie.
sorry,
But I
Mom.
mean, he had a great life. He was 16, disabled. So I mean, making it to 16 was a blessing. I couldn't believe he made it that old.
Yeah, but that was your baby, and
Yeah,
they're just
it still
as much our
sucks, but
babies as our children, our biological children that we gave birth to. Now my Patty girl, she's 11, and I don't care. She comes first. I'd starve for my dog.
oh, me too. There's things I would do for my animals that God wouldn't like.
Huh?
But it's just the way it is. They're my babies.
They are your babies.
You know who will listen to me talking besides? That's why I got on YouTube, because I was talking to my puppies and I began to think they were talking back to me, and
Well,
so
No, they might do talk back.
mine do
and I
talk back.
started.
I gotta put the baby to sleep. So I'm
Mine would. Mine could say "Mama."
gonna
Rachel, will come back home if you want to.
Mine
I
could
will.
like "Wow, Mama." It was so cute.
Bye bye.
Oof.
Bye.
Bye.
Coming up and come back when you get done with.
Bye bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
my dogs are my babies, and
your baby, so your dog.
what now? What you eating? I hate skinny people. They get some. My husband's skinny as hell. He's constantly never put on weight. I don't hate skinny
Sit
people.
on my ass.
Well, I have to sit on my ass. He says because he don't sit on his ass all the
Come
time.
on, baby, and sit on my
Get out of here. My husband's a weirdo.
Is he retired
Okay.
now?
He's retired.
Yeah,
I started to say that politically incorrect word.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah, he's something all right. Yes, he is. And he said, we can't afford to get the dog. We can't afford this dog surgery. I said, we cannot. We will. If I have to go dig ditches or do something, we will have her operate on, because I'm not ready. And the doctor said she's okay for surgery and everything. Her heart's strong enough. I had one friend, God rest her soul, she's dead and gone now, but she would get a dog and she'd have that dog a couple of years. She'd always adopt these elderly dogs. Nancy says, hi, Father Dick. Yes, Father Dick. That's what we call him. Now, that's a wonderful thing to adopt senior dogs. Yes, I believe it is. But she would get them, and they'd mess on the floor or something like that, and she'd take them in and get them euthanized. And I'm like,
Oh, well,
why are you adopting these dogs and bring them home for a year or two or whatever, and then take them and have them put to sleep? Well, because they can't hold their urine anymore. I'm like, well, can you hold your urine very good? No, I know you can't, girl. Because I've been with you when you bought the pens before. I just jump all over.
I got somebody for you, Mommy.
Oh, is that Jason? There's that sexy Jason. How you doing? I should be ashamed of myself. With that young man, I'm old enough to be his grandma. She had somebody for me. Oh, Jason's sexy. Oh, now did I say that? Jojo, come back. I didn't mean. He's handsome.
I heard it. I'm a witness. I heard it.
We got the door tore up.
Jojo, you can hear that, did you? I said your hubby was sexy.
Weird. Somebody thinks he is.
I'm just a hot mess, I'll tell you. Oh well, we just gotta keep it. We gotta keep it real, you know.
Amen. Amen.
I didn't got him. I said, Jason, your girlfriend's on the line.
His hair.
Oh Lord.
He said, that's that girl. He said, the lady with the pink hair. I said, yeah.
Well, I do got pink hair on the top, but it's kind of like real dark. In fact, one of my ponchos, I made it with this. If you don't crochet, you don't know what I'm talking about. But this anemone or whatever it's called. Are you going to leave us, Emily Boo? Where you going, girlfriend? Well, she just fell plumb out the window. No. Cynthia. But the red median. You don't know what I'm talking about. The striped yarn, the one that. Yeah, Enid, it's the stripes, the one that's anemone or Emma. It's like a bird. It's like a anemone.
Oh,
I don't know what
You mean the ombre? It's
ombre, the red,
ombre.
the pink and burgundy one or whatever.
Yeah, it's ombre. Is the
oh, Super Steve or ombre.
yeah, and they got the different colors. Yeah.
The other day I had that poncho. Of course, I'm under this light, so you can't tell that my hair is too pink on top and that light burgundy on the bottom. But anyway, I had that poncho. I wore that poncho when we went on our outing. And when I went through the checkout, this lady said, "Oh my God, your hair matches your poncho exactly." She said, "You got pink on the top and light burgundy on the bottom. How did you do that?" I said, "Well, this solid white hair, so when it grows out, so I may end up in stripes this time because every time it grows out, I'll just add some more colors on there." But she said,
I saw your message. You can retract it all you want, but I already saw it.
"Who said what?"
Kenneth said he was a hot man too.
Why do you see the comments? I don't know how to see the comments. How do you do that?
Oh, I don't know why.
Yeah,
You know why? I don't have a phone. And are you on a laptop?
I'm on a little phone.
You should be able to see them, but
I don't.
Kenneth's got to get up here and crack us up. Get up here. Okay, let me show the comments. Okay, Cynthia's laughing, and Kenneth says,
Okay,
"Mom, I'm a hot
man."
man."
Okay, I'm a hot man.
Kenneth, keep your booty up.
I got it. You did it. You did it. I see him now. Thank you.
I'm a hot mess, is what I am. And then
I'm a
Cynthia
hot
says, Nonie, hey girl. And then Kenneth is dropping somebody's StreamYard. And then Kenneth, get up here. We want you to crack us up. And then Nancy Gomez said hi to Father Dick. Father Dick is my husband, of course. And then Jane says, I have another dog now, but I miss her every day. Yeah, her baby dog. Okay, and then that's me. What an ugly old hag.
Okay. Why did you put that up there? I'm not punching on my phone. I can't turn on it's defaulting to top chat. I hate that, and I can't fix it. It won't let me. That is absolutely infuriating.
I did drop the link. I'm trying to go up. I had the link down. Okay, Kenneth, if you don't come up here with me, Deborah's okay. Come on. And then that's Angela.
Hey.
I don't know why people can't see. I guess I could put it on subscriber only, and then I think people can actually see the thing.
Oh, holy cow! The app is I wonder if
Enid, you're a ghost. 1 minute, Enid's like a ghost. She can go through the wall. When you turn, you disappear through your living room. One time, I had that.
Yeah, I wish I was in my living room. Are you kidding me?
I had that. How do I get this off of here? I had that. How can it? What the hell? I can't even talk. I had that. Oh God, I'm having a hot flash because Jason just made me have a hot flash. Lord Jesus. Woo! I'm fanning myself with my bank statement. Okay. No one. Oh dear Lord Jesus, help me! I get all this. Okay. How do I get Angela Boo off there? Oh,
you click it again.
Deep do. I'm clicking it, but You might have to
I
click
don't-
her original comment on the help. Okay, well, I guess Angela's just gonna say hi to Kenneth the whole.
No, I have
The
to
whole
click
thing.
ridiculous.
Oh, inherited
Oh.
stitches.
Uh-huh.
And I had that. I downloaded your one of your tops from last summer, and I made it, and I loved it. I've been following you for quite a while now.
You might got the wrong person. You might have the wrong. Enid don't know what you're talking about. Enid, do you have a crop?
Is
a
that
top?
not is that not inherited stitches? Stitches?
Yeah, but you don't have a pattern for that, or you might have another.
No, I
inherited
just watched her video. I just watched her
Oh.
video. I don't need a pattern. I just watch people's videos.
Enid's confused. Did you? It might be another inherited.
Is there another one? Oh, okay. Well, you look the same. Of course, I'm an old lady and can't see.
Yeah, I read in the case of CSS. Is it? Yeah.
CRS can't remember Scheitenheimer. You know.
CSS. I have new glasses coming soon because I can't see too well.
I cannot see worth a diddly squat. These are, God, almost 3 years old, but I ain't gonna get new glasses. I don't even care because my puppy needs medical attention.
I'll tell you what, glasses are high too.
Yeah, they are. And I even got my husband's. Oh, there's Angela. I even had my husband. We don't work no more, so.
After insurance paid their bit for mine cost $600.
Holy
insurance.
Holy moly!
Because
I go get my script and then I buy some online.
Yeah, I have those. My cat eye glasses are all
my
about.
things down to like $50 or something. It's all the eyesight's terrible. So I have
mine's bad. Luckily, insurance.
Like
the exam is $20, and then I'll go on one of the sites. Like I think these were from UGlam, and these were $70 prescription everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get mine checked, but I'm not gonna buy glyces. What the crap is a glyce?
You need to do it online, and when you do it, because it's so much cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do this time because
they say you're going to have to be of certain length, and when you order online and all that, does
I
the
tried to get glasses online once. I didn't enjoy it.
You just ask.
I don't know.
You can also
it's weird and stuff. It's just because I have all these fussy princess coatings, as I call them, like the anti-reflection, and I have
I think all that. All of it. $70.
I'm gonna get mine up there. I'm gonna go get mine checked. And paid my YouTube money.
Progressive, anti-glare, anti-reflection, and then the scratch whatever thingies. I didn't get the where if you go out in the sun it turns the sunglasses. I don't like that, so I didn't get that.
I don't like. I had those the last time. These don't have it, but when Kim was still working for Walmart, I got these and I paid $298. And we didn't have. Of course, I didn't have an optical. I had to get the ugliest frame. So these are these ugly things, and then I had to get that. It was still $298. And then when I wanted my prescription, Walmart, I said I need my prescription because I'm going to go online and get me some other glasses. The girl said, you got to pay $10 for us to release your prescription. I said, no, I do not. That's all I had to say in one moment. So she left and she came back.
Somebody else tell me that, Nonie. That is not true.
I know it's not true.
My optometrist's office printed it out and handed it to me with the
I know. That's what that girl tried to do. She was probably trying to
That's crazy.
Somebody else has told me a story just like that. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, because that ain't true. Because I said, you have to give me my prescription. If I ask for it, well, you got to pay $10. I said, no, I do not. And I said it, and I kind of emphasized that, not. And she said,
want a quarter for the piece of paper, I'll give them a quarter. But $10, I don't understand that.
It's going to go in that 50 cent. I got 2 quarters. It's going in the 50-cent bubble gum machine as I go out one of them big old balls of bubble gum. I can't really.
Yeah, somebody told me. I think they were told it's $20 to release your records, and they were like, "No, it's not $20. This is my record."
Exactly. That's a crock of baloney, and that's like these people scamming people. Yeah, you should not have to pay, and you've got to tell them, no, I do not. That's just a bunch of crap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They'll try to make money, but I've got to go and get mine checked, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to buy them offline because I can't see diddle squat. And I got 3 ways to see my top, and then I got the trifocals. So I actually am seeing 3 different ways.
Yeah.
And
what I was saying, I'm sorry. What I was telling you, the measurements. I wish I had that ruler, but anyway, when you're at the eye doctor, you can ask them to write it down on your prescription so that you know.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
did.
That was something.
Yeah, they just measure, I think, from here to the pupil or from your nose to pupil or whatever, but they'll do it for free. They won't charge you for that.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, my hair's a mess. That's what they did. They had the measurements down. My hair is washing. I haven't washed it in 3 days, and I'm starting to feel like I got lots of scratching and digging and carrying on.
It's growing out though very well. You know that?
Oh yeah, it's real long. I did that one video of me, big fat hog mama, sitting in my chair. My kid came in and said, "Mom, what are you doing?" I made that. I'm just doing shorts now because that seems to get me lots of subscribers and lots of videos, lots of views. So I just do shorts now. But we did have an outing. I think it was Thursday or Friday, and I did make a 15-minute video but I'll set that for a premiere. But if I can get my kid to go ahead and do it, because I can't do it myself because he has to add music and everything to it, and I ain't smart enough to do that.
He sure snuck up on you yesterday, though, wasn't it? Was it yesterday he snuck up and did a video on you?
Mm-hmm. And then somebody put in the comments, do you have a leg? My leg was folded up underneath me, and somebody asked me if I had an amputated leg.
Oh, no.
You should have said yes, and tomorrow I'm not going to have the other one.
And I got 27 subscribers.
Okay.
I got 27 subscribers on that short, and they were gone in an hour. They were gone. YouTube didn't let me. I don't know who they were because they leave messages, but I'm not going to subscribe to somebody just because they leave a message. But they took them plumb off. I was like, well, YouTube will do that. You got to watch them. But now now that I said I'm itching, now I'm itching even worse. Oh gosh, I got to get my dog medicine here in a little bit, and I'm more than that because she don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't know. That stupid vet gave me capsules to give to that poor dog.
That was impossible, isn't it? To give it to her?
She's a good little thing. She's never. She's just good as gold. She's always just been very, very good little dog. So, but I hate to hurt her because she's got that big old abscess. So what I did, it's a big old capsule, and she does. It's pitiful to torture her like that. So what I did this morning when we got her back, we brought her home, is I just put it like in the corner of her mouth, and she's a dachshund. She's got that long snout, and I had to push it back down her throat and gag the poor little thing. And she looked at me like she literally had tears coming down her little eyes. She looked at me like, "Mom, how could you abuse me like that?"
Oh, don't you know that hurt? But what else can you do? You know,
I don't know, but I was talking to Brenda Land, and she said that, I'm going to delete it in water. I don't care what they say. Because he said, make sure you put the capsule in there and put a little sugar in there. I don't care what they say. Because all that capsule is just that gel stuff. It's just in a gel capsule, ain't it?
Some of them are, and some of them take apart, but I think they're gel. And can't you use those little boppers? Can't you take the poke
I got a
hole?
syringe. I had to take one of my syringes that I give myself a B12 shot with, and I washed it real good. And she'll just lick the medicine off. That was what I was giving her.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
And they want me to push that down that poor baby's throat.
Girl, that's too big. That's too big.
I'm gonna put it in this cup, and I'm gonna put a little bit of sugar in there. I'm gonna pull it apart, I don't care what that vet says. I've been taking care of dogs for 60 years, and I'm going to put it in there and put a little bit of sugar in there, and I'm going to let her, because she'll just lick it right out of the syringe. I'll just put it right in the
That
corner of
sounds like a
the mouth.
plan.
I think
Good.
it'll work.
I do too. I do too.
The only
Well,
I
thing
use
that I
a
did,
pill popper, and it's like, bam, and it's over.
my
well, you guys, I'm leaving. I've got to. My phone is going dead, and I have to get to the bedroom to plug it all up. So, thank you for
okay,
talking
Thank
to
you, Mom.
me, and it's
Give her
always
some
good to
light.
see you. Bye, bye, y'all.
Bye.
okay, darling, love you, Mama. Well, the thing is, Cynthia, she ain't eating too good. That's the thing. She's and then she's lost like 10 pounds. Now she was about 28, 30 pounds. She was a little fatty patty like her mom, whatever. But she's lost 10 pounds or more than that. And he still said, well, this is not our regular dentist we took her to. The dentist, we called like 4 dentists and they couldn't see her. We needed her to see. Okay, we had her on antibiotics for a month. And she did have a urinary tract infection. It took care of the urinary tract infection, but it did not help the tooth abscess. So when she got done with those, we tried to get another bottle from our vet, but she said, you'll have to bring her in this time because something serious, I think something more serious is going on. So we couldn't get her in. They're like booked out. Everybody's animals are sick. And so we took her to this new dentist, and he had no bedside manner. He was nothing but a snob, made us feel like we were scum of the earth,
Oh,
like we weren't taking good care of her. And I'll tell you what, I take better care of my dogs than I did of my children, and they were very well fed and very well taken care of. But he just made us feel like scumbags. About ready to slap him upside the head. But anyway, but I got to call my vet back and tell her that she won't be there because I'm going to cancel the appointment. She won't be. No, I don't know. I don't know what to do because we've never took them anywhere. My dad took our animals when we were a kid to the same vet. Of course, their family, they've passed on and on, but I hated taking her to somebody else, but he's going to do surgery February 2nd. $600. Today it was $75, but I don't care. I ain't ready to let her go yet. And as long as her heart's healthy and everything.
How did he go from 75 to 600?
75 was just for the office call. The surgery was just office call, but the surgery is $600. But I'll pay for that with my YouTube money. I'll have to have some of Kim's money too, but I don't care. I ain't gonna let her suffer. And I was afraid.
Does it take for the ad revenue to literally be a check, or like if they direct?
Well, they direct deposit to a bank by the 14th. Hi, Spring. Get up here, girlfriend. The 14th. They pay out between the 21st and the 26th.
Holy cow! You need to
money.
Dang.
It's in your AdSense with all the fees and all the stuff taken out by then. So I got a pretty good one this month coming. So anyway, I will use that. And then what's she doing now? What's she doing? She's chewing on that. Or am I seeing things? Looks like she's chewing on my dog. I thought she was chewing on the side of the dog bed. Colin, I think I'm gonna
Give her a spicy pill.
not yet. Not till I'm gonna be on about another half hour. He called it. Give her everything spicy with Colin. Give her a spicy pill. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. And if she gets, I can't tonight. Hubby's home. Oh, okay. I went by and I said hi, even though he wasn't there. The other day we went out that way, Spring. Your husband wasn't there.
well, y'all, it's almost 10 o'clock, and I've still not taken my shower.
gotta call
So I
your
better go
mama.
take a shower.
Bye,
Oh,
Joe.
you gotta call your mama too, or did you call your mama yet?
No, I called her before I got on here.
Okay. I was gonna say you better call your mama. Okay, darling.
Love you guys. Bye.
I'm sending you a kiss. Mwah.
Mwah.
Oh no, it's just you and me now.
It's just you and me. We can get into a lot of trouble, just you and me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Poor Jillian. Oh, yeah. Oops.
Who's that? I don't know
I
anybody
don't
with
know.
that name.
Me either. I meant somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh God. It's the right amount. Surgery equal 450 and up. Yeah, she's got to have that. It's not black. I don't think it's cancer or anything. But it moved up into her sinuses, so that's the gurgle. I thought she's having a hard time breathing, but actually it's the gurgling because it's draining constantly. That abscess is draining, and she breathes it up into her sinuses. So, poor baby dog.
I'm
gonna
running
make
the playlist again.
Huh?
Why? Oh, I opened my MacBook and plugged it in a while. I'm like, whoa, that's a bit low. So
What?
I'm running
Turn
your
your channel
playlist again
on.
because you need money for your dog. So
You know what? Yeah, you know what? This thing with YouTube and playing people's channels, I've always got two people going all the time. Okay?
who else
Like,
should I run? I run yours, and who else should I run?
well, maybe some of these folks in here need a thing, but I take mine once a week and I run it myself, and on my own thing, and I always get the views. So I don't know who knows what they're talking about on this YouTube. I don't know, but it shows that I've
How
got
many
the views.
watch hours do you have?
It says I have 400 in YouTube Studios. It says I have 420,000 views.
Oh my
But
gosh!
go
Your
to
watch hours.
Social Blade, it only says 300,000 views.
Interesting.
But Lucas, he got over 1 million. It's because his shorts get like 55,000 views.
Wow.
And Jane gets big views on her shorts too. She's got like 40 and 50,000 too. Do you have
Wow.
PayPal so we can help you? Yes, I do have PayPal, but I don't know if I've got it on my. I don't know how. I don't know if I don't think I've got it on. I think I got PayPal on my channel, but it's not like you can send it to. I don't know. How does that work, Cynthia? I don't know. I don't know if I got the right thing or not. Sell me those octagon squares. I thought I sent you those octagon squares, Cynthia. I already sent them to you. Cynthia, you better behave yourself. You got to watch this, Cynthia. She'll sneak things in on you. No, I'm fine. I thought I sent those to you. No. No, I don't. You guys don't have to do a thing. I got it covered. I got it all taken care of. I got it taken care of. I saved up my little bit of my money. I'm going to say that quiet so I don't get. I got in trouble for spending $500 in 1 year. That is one whole year from my child, and it was my own freaking money, and I got in trouble for it.
What?
My own money. I got in trouble. Cynthia, I did send you those octagon squares, didn't I, honey? Don't tell me I didn't send. I think I sent them. I did. No, you're going to make me think I'm crazy. I didn't send them. Oh Lord Jesus. I thought I gave you those free and as a gift. Oh my God. I didn't. Oh Lord Jesus. Now I'm going to really need my old lady pill.
What's an old lady pill? Where can I get one of those?
That's an old lady pill. I don't know. I just say that I take so many pills. I don't know what I'm taking them for. Cynthia, did I really not send you those? I thought I did. Ow, ow, ow.
I shaved my menopause beard today. Are you proud?
I never shaved mine. Mine, I probably should shave. They say shave your face, but
I was
horrified
when that started. I was like, what in the heck?
now Cynthia says, oh wait, maybe you did. Now I'm starting to question my memories. I thought I did, Cynthia. Are they trimmed in black? Yes. Little bitty octagon shapes. I think there's like 40 of them, maybe. I think I thought I did. If I'm not, I'm crazier than a bed bug. Knows I ain't.
And a lady of the night in church. No, wait, that's not the right idiom.
Me and Enid get on the phone for 3 and 4 hours at a time, and I don't even know if it's that long, and we're just prattling around and playing with toys and Legos and crazier than a bed bug. It's fundraiser time. I don't know. Cynthia, if I didn't send you those, I'm gonna freak out because I'm gonna really go. I'm going to the crazy doctor because I know I sent those. I think I know I sent those. Okay, I think you did. Oh, sorry for the. Don't confuse me. I'm so confused anyway. Kim, you shut your big mouth in there. Nobody needs your 2 cents. He's in there saying, yes, she is. She's so confused. I ain't coming in there. You go sleep with the dog tonight. He trying to get me to sleep with him. Oh, I ain't going to do that GoFundMe stuff. You mean on Facebook? No, guys, I got it covered. I got it covered. Don't worry about it. He's in there yelling at me to come in there, and I ain't go back there. I'm afraid. Well, give me just a few more minutes, Colin. You ain't taking no medicine. You don't got to.
I'm taking one.
I'm going to smack. Oh, I'm going to smack them. I am going to smack them. If I could get close enough, I would. They had made me make a 4-chain cluster, a 4 double crochet cluster, and you made me mess up.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, you don't have to know what it means, Miss. My cluster has look.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
I like that. I like that gold, and I'm not a yellow person, but this is made out of so many different Bernat pops. Cynthia sent me some. I think this has got 6. I called it scrap yarn, but it's actually not. This has got 6 balls of Bernat yarn in it.
Wow.
All different colors.
I like Bernat. I feel like it's been a long time since I've seen any.
It's really, really. Cynthia sent me 2 or 4. I don't know how many she sent me, and she sent me some a long time ago too. And then Anna give me some. So this is like 6 of those balls. But I didn't have enough to do the last edge. I'll have to put Red Heart into it. Here's Miss Jane. Thank you. Hello,
Jane.
darling. How you doing?
Hi.
You doing? How you doing?
You know, I don't like when people ask because I gotta say the truth.
Oh,
I don't like to say I'm fine because I feel like I'm lying.
nice old man knows.
I'll
That's
tell the truth too, and I feel bad. Is that a beautiful? Did you crochet that thing? Did you crochet that thing on the back of your chair?
I did.
Is that a granny skirt? Colors. Ooh.
It was hey, get off there. You know Ursula?
Uh-huh.
She had her Granny Square challenge, her top, and I made these for the front.
Trying to sleep.
Sorry.
That. Sorry, hubby. You can't wake hubby up.
That's the problem when your tinnitus is so bad that you think you're talking loud, but it's not. Anyway, this was for the challenge, and I made it. I made the sleeves. I made the back. The back is all black.
Sweater.
Oh, dog, come on. And up. Look at this. Yeah, not a chihuahua.
Oh, that's a big baby. That's
She
a big
thinks she's a
baby.
chihuahua. So I made it. And in Brazil, the propane tank is inside of the house, but it's not propane. They use a different gas, but I'm just giving you the idea. So people crochet like a little moo for the propane tank. And here, do you remember that when you were in Brazil, how they decorate around the propane tank?
Nope. I remember the hot water tank being in the bathroom, and you had to, or the restroom. Sorry, the restroom, whatever. To take a shower or anything, you had to press buttons on it. It was bizarre. So it was like hot water on tap, literally.
So everything is weird. So
they didn't have a giant hot water tank that I saw in the
like, so here's the stove, and on the side of your stove there is a propane tank or gas tank. I think they use the gas from trash. What is that trash? Helium? No. Anywho, so decorate so it looks nice. When I put this thing on, I looked like a propane tank, decorated propane tank. And I think I looked so ugly, like a propane tank dressed with a muumuu. So I took it apart and I
No.
put it over here. And I thought maybe I'll make a pillow. You know, like I like the look of it. So I put it over here. But the black one, I didn't take it apart. So I'm trying to. I showed this to Ursula. This is my Ursula scarf because she's the queen of Granny Square. So I made a whole bunch of Granny Square. I made a huge, long
Oh, is
scarf.
that a mile a minute thing?
And what?
Mile a minute.
Looks like mile a minute. You got scallops on there too.
No, it's just scarves. It's just scarves. Oh, it's just
Oh,
squares.
Oh yeah, but you got the
It's
scallop
just
edge
squares
like
together.
See, I
Yeah,
can't
'cause,
do
like,
if anybody's got challenges or if anybody's got
no,
these things I do, I
I
cannot.
don't.
I never do those with people because, for one thing, I have adult attention. That stuff where you have the oh God, attention deficit disorder, whatever it's called. What's it called? ADQRSTUV.
triple D, the
Yeah, that.
alphabet.
I can do my own thing.
Really
I can
good.
do my own thing and get really engrossed in it until I'm finished. But if somebody is out there having these challenges and it sounds mean, and try to do these fundraisers and try to do these things like that, or
Look like
make
a shark mouth. Dun.
yeah, I don't want to participate, but I can't watch that long. I can't be. I have never been
I'm
one of these.
telling you,
I have never
she
been one
gave
of
a
these.
lot of time, and I
Yeah.
struggled. Then I said I'm not gonna be able to finish. But then by a miracle, she extended couple 10 more days, and I barely finished. When you have your head throbbing and you can't count to three,
Oh God,
even this is hard. And of course, those colors are not that bright like it shows,
I
but it
love
was
those
bright
colors.
for me.
I
And
just can't get. I just can't get into things like that. I just can't. It's not that I love the
what was
people.
the
They do.
first? Was the first and the last one for me. I
Yeah.
didn't enjoy. Okay, remind me when I worked as a seamstress. I used to make wedding dresses, and then you have the deadline, and then you have that bright gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. So basically, the dress doesn't get ready until a week before, and it might come back because weight might change, and it feels like a endless thing. It felt like an obligation, and that take all the fun out of the process.
I'm fat. I
I
just get. I just gain weight every day. I don't even care anymore. I have no
Oh, it's not the
ducks.
weight. I was just saying it
Oh,
takes the fun out of the process. Like if you're doing for fun, to relax.
oh,
I made two show. Dog, you gotta be washed.
Gesundheit.
No. You
who
gotta be
sneezed? Was that Jane?
Jane sneezed that
clean.
time. I
I
forgot
know.
what the expression is in or Portuguese for when someone sneezes. I forgot. I know there is something.
Why
But
can't we see the comments here? It's kind
I
of
have
weird.
no idea. Let me put them up. I don't know.
Weird.
Nobody can ever see them. Okay, so
Might
I'm
be
going
in your
to
yes,
settings.
I go.
and
Well, but I came.
to, if not by the end of this month, it will be mid. Okay, well, first of all, Diego said, if all goes well with the new insurance, I'll be able to go see a lung specialist by the end
No.
of this month, but it'll be Dallas, Texas, which is
Oh God.
about 3 to 4
Oh, good.
hour drive. Need to check with the spot. Okay, then Cynthia says,
That's too bad I don't live there anymore. You could have come and hang around with me, and then,
Enid,
but
I mean, yeah, Enid, can you see the comments?
What on the
I
bottom of the
have
screen
to
when
go
you're
to
popping them up
YouTube.
there, or in the
On the bottom of the screen, but I mean, can
um,
anybody ever see? I don't know
I can
what
see when you put them up there, but
when I go to YouTube, when I go to StreamYards, nobody can see my messages. I don't know. And I put it on subscribers only before. And now I'm reading up backwards. And it
the
will,
app is not allowing me to change the live chat to or it's defaulting to talk chat, and what the little thing with the lines to change it to all the comments is not functioning, which is special.
Well, nobody can ever see my comments on StreamYard.
Not
I don't
in
know.
the panel. Not you have to look at it's kind of weird because the delay looks like I
Oh,
already
okay, the
feel like I'm losing my
browser.
mind, but the delay feels like looks like I feel like nothing makes sense.
Nothing makes sense to me in life. Period. No, we can see them, but the people on the panel can't. Oh, okay. So you guys can see them. You got the people in the chat can see them, but the people on the panel can't see them. Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
yes, exactly. That's what it is.
I
It's
was
on your
thinking
settings
nobody.
here. On your settings when you set
StreamYard.
up your
Well, I did
screen,
the edit
your screen.
when I go to do the StreamYard, I check all that stuff, but there's really nothing there to let the panel see. I don't know. But
Well,
I mean,
the next live stream, you check the settings on your next. This one, if you're gonna mess up, things might go down. But I was about to tell you, my
I'm
dog
sorry.
last in December when she passed away, she just declined very quickly. Shawley is supposed to live maximum 10 years. She died
Yeah.
at 16, but it wasn't enough for me.
Yours with the Chihuahua, you say?
She
Was
was a
that?
Shawley.
Oh, okay.
Is
I thought you said you
Sheltie
had a
with a
Chihuahua.
German
Not
Shepherd. It looks like a Sheltie, but has the colors of a German Shepherd.
right.
And the lady gave her to me. And she said, "You got a promise. The only promise is the time when the time comes, you're gonna let her go." Because she sees so many times people holding on to the dog. And I said, "Okay, I promise." It
That's
is
how we.
one of the hardest promise to promise,
Yeah.
but fine. She was my best friend. A lot of people laugh at me because
No,
I
I
say she
don't
was
laugh
my best friend.
because I totally
She
get it.
knew. She knew. She warned me. Oh, hold on! I locked my cats. They are screaming blood murder.
Bless your heart. Well, my baby girl down there, she's my doggie, and everybody thinks their children are the cutest, and and that's true because everybody's child is the cutest child in the world, and everybody's dog is the cutest dog in the world. Because I think my dog's the cutest dog in the world. But yeah, does it give you a choice on what to screen will look like? I have a choice of full screen or traditional or mini player or theater mode for my traditional. I have no idea, Sugar Booger. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't.
Sorry, I released the krakens. That's what I said when I opened the door. They're
You call your cat?
They're
Call your
twins.
cat a kraken?
Okay,
Anyway,
the whole thing about my dog and my old cats is because we were, I say, a quartet, four
Mhm.
together. We did everything together all the time. Then
Mhm.
my first cat passed away. She at 19. She had dementia, and I treated her with dementia for 3 years. But when a cat doesn't even know who you are, and she lost all her weight, she's just skin and bones.
Mhm.
It was the hardest thing because her heart, her liver, everything is functional, but the
Right.
brain is gone, right?
Right.
So
Mhm.
it would be equivalent of a kidney failure or something like that. The vet told me, but I had that guilty for forever until she came and visit me in my dreams and said kind of like a goodbye. It sounds weird,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it was the weirdest thing because I could, like your animals have their own smell. And this
Right.
cat smelled like baby chicken. She always smelled like baby chicken. And I have no idea if you love baby chicken smell. Baby chicken has a cool smell.
Yeah.
Like those.
I
So
had chickens for
I
years. Yeah.
it was such a vivid dream. And she came to visit me. She knocked on the door, kind of sort of, like how cats go. "Meow." Knock on the door, I opened the door and I said, "Lilu, what are you doing here?" And I hugged her. And it was the longest hug in my dream. And and I put her down, I could see she was all broken like a porcelain doll. And then she
Aw.
walked away. And she walked away and was the last dream. And then after that dream, I felt so much better. And I think, yeah, some people believe the spirits came to say goodbye. Some people believe
Yeah.
that was my head trying to make sense of all the madness. Whatever you think it is, it's fine by me.
I believe
It
that
was so
animals
weird
have
because I
souls too.
smelled her. I smelled her. It's the weirdest thing.
Mhm.
And I hugged her, and she was fluffy, and it was kind of like if I was hugging her. So then there was my second cat. She died at 18 with cancer in her esophagus. It was the weirdest thing to treat. And I was just disabled. I just got my vision back. Because I went a year and a half blind. And I
Mhm.
had a cat that vomited like the girl from The Exorcist. And
Oh.
I had no
Yeah.
money. I had $20 a week to buy groceries.
Oh
I
Lord.
had the bare minimum. And the cat is dying. The cat's dying. The cat was a fluffy cat. She was 15 pounds. She died at 7 pounds. And I didn't have anybody to ask help. And there was a group on Facebook, and I asked for help on that cat group, and people thought I was trying to scam because I
Oh.
said I need help with $150 to put this cat to sleep so she doesn't suffer. Because she was suffering. She was hungry all the time. Because nothing went down or
Yeah.
stayed down. And somebody in that group said, why would this lady scam people $150? If
Yeah.
anybody would scam, at least give them. And this lady contacted me and she paid for the whole thing. And she said, do you want to keep the ashes? I will give you the money. I said, no, I just want her to go. But she sent me the money. I made the appointment. I cried so much at the clinic, they shut down the clinic. To me, I was like this. But apparently, what people
Right.
heard was,
Well.
but I didn't keep the ashes. I know people talk to me about her because I wrapped her. She was my Penelope kind of, because the cat that you go, and the animal that you just went. She was just like that. She was very lovey, and she was my migraine cat. When I had migraine, she used to lay down like this and purr. And I don't know if you guys believe, but I believe animals also say their goodbyes.
Yes.
Scientifically
I
speaking, they say their
yeah.
goodbyes. And one
Yeah.
day, her eyes were super green, but her was losing the color. And she
Yeah.
came to me because I was crying because it's a hard decision. So I had the second animal to put to sleep. And she came, she purred. It's like the last purr she ever purred. And she gave all she gave. And then she touched me with her paw in my face and kind of like, that's okay. You just can't hug me. You just enjoy. And it was the hardest thing. I put my cat to sleep. Then there was just me and the dog. And the dog was my service dog. What people didn't understand is because that dog was my nurse. She took care of me. She could tell me 20 minutes before I get Meniere's attack, an hour before Meniere's, 20 minutes before migraine. When I was, I'm agoraphobic, as I told you here before,
Mhm.
when I'm driving, and the knuckles turn white because I'm so tense and scared. She used to go with her paw by my hand here, put her paw on my hand. I look at her, she got you, bro.
Yeah. I
It
know how
made
that.
me laugh. That face, like, I got you, bro. She never
I
said
don't
this.
know how.
She said,
I don't
bro.
know how people. I don't know how people cannot have pets. That's just I just don't.
My
I've all.
best friend doesn't.
There's such a
She doesn't
comfort where
care.
they're not. Animals
And
are. Dago says I.
I'm telling you,
She says that.
then
Let me see.
last year, but this was really quick. Last year, she went, well, her kidneys failed. So I changed. I am on disability. I'm just like Noni. I gotta count. I gotta calculate where the money goes,
Mhm.
and somehow I have to save because, luckily enough, when you don't have money, crap happens.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
you could borrow, but how are you gonna pay back? There is the
Exactly.
little
That's
detail. People say
I would
just put
never
it on
borrow.
credit.
Like with my dad. My dad said to me a couple years before he passed away. He said, "Sis, I'm going to ask you a question." And when my dad would say, "I'm going to ask you a question," didn't know whether to be scared or what, because my dad was a very serious guy. He was funny. He was hilarious. He'd crack you up. But when he said, "Sit down there, I need to talk to you," didn't know what was going to come out. What
You
was
lost all your color.
if you're in trouble or something was serious. But he said to me one day, and he said, "How come you and Kim have never asked to borrow money from me and my husband?" He said, "I know there's been times in your life where you need money. How come you've never asked me for money?" He said, "You're the only one in this family, the kids, of all you kids and the grandkids and everybody, you are the only ones that have never asked me for money." And he said, "I know." Okay, like Kim and I separated in 2013. And I was taking care of my dad at the time because in 2009 is when I retired from teaching. But, I never told my dad. I never told my dad, mom and dad, anything that was going on in me and Kim's life, anything that was bad or negative. I never told them. It wasn't they didn't need to know. It wasn't their problem. So anyway, my dad said, "I heard you and your sister talking out on the porch." And I said, "Oh," he goes, "I know." He said, "I know that Kim's left. And I know that you and Colin don't have any money to live on." But then he kept going, "Why have you never asked me for money?" I said, "Dad, because I'm doing fine." "No, you're not." I said, "Yeah, I am." But he said, "Why won't you ask me?" Well, you know what? I was doing fine. I didn't need anything. If I would have asked for money, it would have been wasn't right. But I remember one day I asked my dad. I I didn't have a debit card yet, and I forgot my checkbook. I used to write a check for everything. And I went, "Oh God," because my car, I had gas, but it was on fumes. And I said, "Dad, can I borrow five?" My brother was sitting there in the chair, and I said, "Dad, can I borrow $5 tomorrow? I wouldn't ask you for money because see, I worked through the VA, so got a job because I had my CNA, my nurse's certificate. That's the only way I could take care of my father is I had to, and I had that from in my 20s. And I always kept it up. I still keep it up. But anyway, I said, "I'll bring you back the money," and I went into this, and my brother and my dad start cracking up laughing. They're laughing at me. Now I ain't special. I ain't nothing special. But they were laughing at me like just cracking up. And my brother said, "I'll give you $20 because you're cracking me up." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Who asked their father to borrow $5?" I said, "Well, I'll pay it back tomorrow." And they looked at me like I was an idiot. And I said, "Well, God, And so my brother tries to give me $20, but I said, "No, I don't need $20. I only need $5." And they just thought, and I thought, "God, am I
It's
that
kind of
dumb?"
funny, huh? People laugh because $5 you're gonna be able to pay back. If you ask for $5,000, how you gonna fit this in your budget, even if it's
Yeah, I
a
wouldn't
little
have
bit at
never
a
asked
time?
for $5,000, but even $5 to me was a lot to ask. I mean, I'm a grown woman, I shouldn't have to, and I get paid by, I didn't have my checkbook with me, and I told my dad, and they're like laughing at me because it was such a small amount. They think we're not gonna let you borrow $5. We're gonna give you $5. My brother was gonna give me 20 for making him laugh, and I'm like, I don't get what you guys are talking about. So then I had to, because I'm kind of dense. So I had to stop and think about it. So the next day I come back and I brought my dad $5 and he laid it on his chest when I came out, and I said, "Here, Dad, here's $5." And he said, "You are the ignorantest thing I've ever seen." Because he's an old country boy. "You're ignorantest thing I've ever seen."
Ignorant.
Why would you even worry about paying your father back $5? I'm like, because I don't borrow money. And I used to lend money to my nieces and nephews. "I'll pay you back on payday." My sister, oh, I won't even go into it. No, you
And
never
that
get.
kind of show respect. The to the point that if you ever ask, people will know that is something serious.
Hey, Ma, I gotta start getting ready for bed.
Okay,
I gotta
honey. Yeah, I'm gonna have
brush
to
my
get
teeth
going.
and stuff. All right.
I got to give this
Well,
dog medicine. But But Daigo says we decided to.
Don't you open her mouth and shove it with your finger? Like,
Yeah, it's easy. I just hate to
I'm
put
sorry
them
to show.
My
yeah, I just
first dog, I would open his mouth,
I put
tip toe way
two
down,
fingers down
way
to
in the
open.
back of his mouth,
This one I
and
open,
then hold his
and
jaw
with this
closed,
finger I
tickle his
push
throat,
down.
the outside of his throat, and then he would swallow it.
yeah,
And he was
that's
a
what I
small dog.
that's what I had to do with her, and she's so
Or
young.
you give
else I just put it in
treat
or
toy.
something, he'll just eat it because he's insane. But
Well, I just hate to do it
My
because she's
my
poor.
dog that passed away, she wouldn't take pill. You could put inside a hot dog, wrapped in a cheese, do whatever. She would separate and spit the pill.
Yeah.
So
Well, this
I
girl,
had to do the thing that you go open, open, and shove it all the way in.
yeah, I did that with my
yeah,
first
what I
dog.
do is I just take it and
But
I
I
just
gotta go.
okay, darling. Well, I'll talk to you
You sound like you're falling
Good night.
asleep.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you tomorrow evening. Okay,
Okay.
baby girl.
All right.
All right.
Bye,
Good night, dog.
everyone.
So,
Have a great evening.
hi, sweetie.
Yes, sweetie pie.
So this,
Yeah,
you know, this lady that I told you that gave me the money for the cat. She said, I don't want the money back. She said, that's yours. And if you ever be in a better situation and anybody needs help, help somebody. Because I was in the same situation, waiting for disability, not being able to work, being sick, and my animal was dying. But when Bila died, what was kind of weird because was beginning of a liver failure, and I spent a lot of money. You know that after my second cat died, I decided to put money in savings, and I got my disability. I have a savings for each animal I have. Cats,
yeah,
they don't get
yeah.
sick, but when they get sick, they get sick. But dogs, they get sick more often. So you gotta be a little bit more. So when Haley died, it was weird because then I spent 2,000 with the kidney to the point that the vet felt sorry for me and said, "You don't need to pay, just buy the medication."
Right.
Then her kidney was okay. 2 months later, she has a stroke. And I was like, then somehow she was okay walking. Then was cancer and liver failure, and she was too old to have, her heart couldn't handle any surgery. And I told the vet, said, do you want to see what kind of cancer it is? I said, it costs $400. I said, is there anything that we can do? Said, not that age. You just gotta know. So I knew for sure you gotta do whatever you can for your dog, unless you know for sure there is no way to um oh she almost lost an eye in this whole thing too. So everything was deteriorating too fast.
Was she having like seizures like at the end? Because they say that usually when they're older dogs, if they start having those seizures, that's when you
Yes, a
know.
stroke. She
Yeah.
had a stroke. I get home, I never ever, I always took her with me. But then my best friend came from Colorado, and it was a hot day. And I was like, I'm not gonna take her. I'm gonna leave her home. Was gone for 2 hours. Came back. She couldn't walk. She couldn't stand up. She couldn't walk. And I called my husband, and we went to the emergency room with her because it was too weird. And I had her in my arm like she's not coming back because she was already 16. She's not coming back, but she came back. $500 later, she came back. It's just like, and then she had to learn how to walk. She had to learn, but she never really was able to walk downstairs correctly.
Right.
And towards the end, she was just not the same. She didn't like anybody. She didn't want to play. She wanted to be with me, but that's it. She was very impatient, and any little touch, she would scream. When I took her to the vet and said she cannot go up and down, I asked my neighbor downstairs to come in, take her downstairs. The doctor, she always had good knees. She had everything, and the doctor said her knees are the size of a baked potato.
No.
I said, I just brought her here and you checked. It was fine. She said, yeah, she doesn't have much longer, and she's not gonna make to Nebraska with you. If you take her to Nebraska, it would be too painful.
Right.
So so this is the thing when I say we when you are in a low income, you have to think about everything. So I finally qualified to buy a house in a
Okay, honey. Yeah, honey.
low I say interest and everything. It was cheaper than paying rent. So I said, okay. So I got all my money to do the down payment, moving, pay the truck, pay all these. So I end up with zero money in savings. And the dog
Well, we got to
have that
that point.
symptom. I'm
We
so
got to that,
great.
you know.
My doctor called me and said, I got you, sis. Just and send me 400. The nurses from the doctors I used to go in Dallas, they all send me money. They send me money
Yeah,
to the
that's
point
how
that
I'm.
I had to tell them, no more money. I have enough money. And they said, oh, you can buy these and you can make this. I said, that's not gonna bring my dog back.
No.
Ashes just gonna be. I don't keep the ashes. Um, so I let her go, and I'm telling you, I walked out of the room because I was crying so much I had to pee. You know, your bladder and your tears are all connected.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And it took me forever to walk out of the room because I know my heart was in that table. When I walked out of the room and went to the restroom, and I opened the door where she was open. And I'm crying standing at the door in the bathroom. And then somebody was mopping the floor. I said, can you do me a favor? She said, can you close that door? My dog is dead over there. It's the
Oh wow.
hardest thing.
Yeah, it is. And I'll
And
tell you what, it when my Ziggy, oh my gosh. It's been 2 years, 2 years since he passed. It'll be 3 years in February. February. He was 17 years old. Now I was thinking back, we got him, he's a Chihuahua. We got him, I'm a Chihuahua and Dachshund dog person, but I'll take any kind of dog. If I didn't have my husband, I'd have 20, 30, 40 dogs. I'd have every dog because I live out here on this 12 acres. I'd have my own dog, but he don't want that many dogs. And I'm not saying I don't want my husband, but I'll just give him
gotta
a hard.
choose.
But he loves our dogs. I mean, yesterday morning we woke up and she was laying there and she's got that tooth abscess, so she's swollen up, so it makes her eye stay open all the time. So it's all swollen back behind there. Hi, Chrissy, honey. And anyway, she wasn't. I couldn't wake her up. And I thought, oh my God. I said, Kim, get in here. He said, is she breathing? I said, she's breathing, but she won't wake up. And so, we had
Mm.
uh, the because we couldn't go to our regular dentist because they couldn't get her in. They couldn't even get her meet us for the emergency. What you do at our dentist is if your dog needs to see him, no matter what time of day or night, they'll usually the vet will say bring her in. But because since COVID happened, vets you can look it up. Vets in the United States they have a staff shortage because
Well, there is a shortage because there is not enough schools anymore for
yeah,
vets.
exactly. And so she said, Nora, the soonest I can see her is next week. And this was last week when we called. And I said, well, she needs to be seen right away. So she said, well, there are several different places. And, the city that we live in, St. James, they do have a clinic, but they wouldn't be able to see her. Probably they wouldn't be able to see her right away. And I said, she needs to be seen. Well, we called them and they said that was Friday. And he said, I can see her on Monday morning bright and early. And I'm like, oh God, because I didn't think she's going to make it. But of course, I went into this praying, Pentecostal praying, speaking in tongues fest. My husband and I, we were praying. We had the whole church praying. You think that
Oh my
it was,
goodness.
and when people say dogs are just dogs, don't get so excited. They're not just dogs. Dogs are people too. In fact,
People used to think it was weird because I used to ask for praying. People said, do you need us to pray for you? I said, no, pray for my dog. And people used to look at me, this woman is crazy.
I don't care if they call me crazy because I'll tell you what, my dog, like I said earlier in the chat, they're as much my children as my children. But when my Ziggy, we got him when he was 3 in 2000. He was 3 years old. We got him. He was a rescue. and he died. Be 3 years. So what was that? 2020. 2020. He passed away. But the night that he died, it was horrible, and I don't know what was wrong with me. Well, for one thing, I was really sick with like a cold. I don't know if it was COVID or what it was. Couldn't keep my head up, and I covered him up with this blanket, and I went ahead and fell back asleep. But of course, when you lose an animal or a person or anything, you think you never did enough for them. So that next morning, I finally had stumbled back to my bed, and my husband come in there, and he was crying, and he said, "Don't come in the kitchen." I'm like, "Is my
You gotta
dog?"
go to the kitchen now.
Yeah,
First of
is
all,
my dog dead? And because he had walked in, he obviously got up and he walked into the kitchen. The poor little thing, he just like had dementia or whatever, like where they pace at night, they pace the floor. That's kind of like what I got with Parkinson's. It's true because I have Parkinson's, but it's I have not where not I don't sleep at night. I do everything at night,
well,
and
the
then I
pacing for a dog is like they're trying to comfort them. So probably he was in
yeah,
pain, or he couldn't breathe, or he couldn't do something,
yeah,
and the
and it's
pacing was
kind
the
of
way he makes
alive.
sense to them.
Yeah, and that's what the vet said. What he was doing was he knew he was dying, and he knew he was dying for a couple of weeks, but he would walk and pace all the time. And they said they will do that because they're trying to keep themselves alive. And humans will do that too. We know some people don't. I mean, death can happen instant, or it can happen. When you're going to go. And you'll try to be active because you don't want. What I'm talking about. And
Mhm.
but I had the worst guilt. Why didn't I sit there and hold my puppy the rest of the night? Why didn't I sit there and hold him? The guilt, it was terrible, but I feel
You
guilty.
know what?
It's
He knew
terrible.
he was dying for weeks, and maybe he chose to let go the day you were sleeping, so you wouldn't feel the pain of seeing him going
Yeah.
slowly
And
through the
he
night.
and like with her, I mean, he never peed like where he wasn't supposed
Mine
to. I
don't
mean,
either.
now she had that urinary tract infection and she has a hard time holding her pee, and she has for a long time. That's why I put a pad down for her, because in the middle of the night, she gets up and she pees. But I cried for that dog for 2 weeks. I thought I was going to die. I didn't want to live. Now that's bad.
I do know the feeling. I know the feeling
Yeah,
when
because you
I
having something
let
wrong,
my
you sit
dog
down.
go. No, no, no. You had that. And I let Bill is here. When I let Haley go, and my husband took me out because I just didn't want to move. So he took me out to eat or something. And I came back. When you open the door, when you open the door, that little
They're
person
there.
is waiting for you with all their heart, like, oh, you came back. There was nobody waiting for
I
me.
know.
And that hit me so hard. It was harder than to be in the hospital with her letting her go.
Hmm.
I still hear her last breath because it was such a
Yeah, because they're like it's the
it was like,
respiration. Well, like
yeah.
I will always have that where I just like when my mom passed away, I wanted to be holding her hand, and I held her like by the wrist because I wanted to have a hold of her until she was gone. And I just want to be with them, even though it's so painful. But with my little Ziggy, I cried for a solid 2 weeks to the point where I was so sick because I
You
had him
know,
for so many years. And as old as I am, I'll always have a dog, and I'll always have to go through
same.
that, me outliving them and stuff.
What people also, when even people in the YouTube community was kind of cruel to me because first they were mocking me over my dog's dying because she
People just
was
don't know.
5 years. And people can be jerks, and that's okay.
And people don't have
It's,
love for animals. They have no compassion.
they don't have love for people. I couldn't expect them to love animals.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
people were mocking me. I had no insurance to treat all these illnesses. And I had flare out of wazoo over and over and over. I was being treated with samples when they had samples. So it doesn't work. because not all medication works equally, and what they can give you samples is not the biological. So everything was just horrible, and everything was like I couldn't see the light in the end of the tunnel for me. But that dog, when I'm gonna cry. When
Okay, go ahead.
all your
Not that I
illnesses,
want you to cry, but if you need to, go for it, girlfriend.
when all your illnesses hold hands and say, let's get rid of Noni, let's make her
Right,
suffer. And then you
right.
have a hard day that you don't even want to breathe because the pain and the
Mm,
suffering is so intense. That little dog, she came to my bed and she used to go like forward and backward. So all her whisker tickled me to get out
oh,
of the bed.
oh,
And in the end of the day, and I walked with a lot of pain because I lived in the apartment. I went and lived at the second floor, and we walked to the it used to be a nature area. They didn't have a dog park, but it was beautiful. And she met the other dog and played and did everything. And we came back, and she held until Daddy come home to let her out. And she was old. And at the end of the night, 9 o'clock, we always walked at 9 o'clock, was our last walk for the night. And we walked downstairs and we used to go, we have a little route. We didn't go to the nature because it was kind of dark, too much trees, too many bugs. But we used to go back to the garage, close to the dumpster, make a little circle through a little park that was in the middle of the apartment complex. And I remember the night, the week before she died, she looked at me and she said, what a
oh,
tough day, Mama.
oh, oh,
I do, and she looked at me. It's like I do not know if I can hold it anymore. And I looked at her. I do not know if I can hold it either.
oh.
And we looked at each other like, damn, we're falling apart.
Well, it's
And the
okay.
next day came, and she woke up with a big smile. We made it. You made it. So it was every morning that dog helped me to get up, because when you have so much pain,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get relief from any medication. And there
Right.
is a little furry beast with all the love in the world. There's no
Mm,
pain can knock you down. And how she used to be she used to do the most gentle bit every morning. Whiskers that way, whiskers this way. So we had that routine. When I moved to this house, it was so empty without her. Everything was so empty. And I got this
yeah,
peace now. And I know nobody thinks that. And then people are nasty.
yeah, they
They
are.
went from mocking me from worrying about my dog to like, so you already substitute your dog?
Oh,
So I was like, only you don't substitute love, you just add more love.
exactly. That's
You know,
like I feel the
and
same
she's
way.
not a substitute. She's not a substitute because
No,
she's not
not
the same.
replace.
She's not the
You're not.
same breed.
You're not replacing her, but
No,
your
but I
body.
swear, a
Yeah.
lot of people think she's Haley reincarnated because she did a lot of things that Haley did. Not alike. She has her own personality. She learned in different ways. I'm really glad that I have her, but I still wish I had Haley. And it's very selfish of me to want to keep a dog forever. And one day before Haley died, it was kind of funny when you start talking to a dog and you understand by the look what your dog is saying.
Yeah.
And I said, Haley, why can't you live for like a turtle or a
Yeah.
parrot? And
The
she looked
years.
at me and she looked, and then she looked far across the apartment. There was a dog in the balcony in Dallas, Texas, hot as hell. Because she looked and she basically looked at that dog and looked at me. And to me, what she said, because the one that are not treated well would be a
Mhm.
very long, hard life.
Right. We know
So
people think that dogs they don't love, and they do. And I know that. I mean, when my mom passed away, she passed away first, that was my sister's dog, but my mom dearly loved that dog. I mean, my sister moved in with my parents in 2007 because her husband passed away. And plus, my mom and dad were getting older and needed to be taken care of. But that little dog of my sister's, for about 3 or 4 days, she would go over to my mom's chair and she would lay right there, or she'd try to get up in the chair. She knew but that my mother was gone and my mother wasn't coming back. And so they go through a grieving process too. And with this little thing that I got here, she has sat on my lap when I have having the hardest times of my life and the most painful times of my life and the most emotional times of my life when my mother passed away and when my father passed away. And they just sit on your lap. And when they look at you in your eyes and you can see, she would actually, I would be crying. And that dog,
Say,
people can't tell me that dogs don't cry and shed real tears, because that little dog would sit here and she just made eye contact with me. No matter how I turned my head, she followed my eyes and she knew that I was sad, because
sit.
she would, nuzzle up against my face and just look at me in the eyes, and little tears would come out of her eyes. So that's
They
why
do feel. I think they do feel. They
they,
they communicate. It was scientifically proved that they do feel. There's
yeah,
scientific proof that we do understand a
and
nonverbal
they
language.
they grieve for their, like my brownie is her son, and he's 8 and she's 11, and he knows that's his mother. She was to the point where she was so fat, the poor little thing, that she couldn't clean herself. So he would get up every morning and lick her ears, and then he would lick her little paws, and then he would even clean her behind for her, because that's his
Oh
mother. He
Lord.
knows. They say that if you have a mother dog and you don't give away all the puppies and you keep one or however many you're going to keep, if they stay with them, they know that's their mother. And so
Hmm.
he take care of his mom. But he is the smartest little thing. He can stand there on the floor and he looks at me and he does these little things. I know when he needs water. It's like I can read his mind and he can read mine. He has we call him all kinds of names. Like tappers is when he wants to go outside. He'll put his hands up on the footstool and he'll tap me on the foot. And that means it's time to go outside. Then you say, go outside, go potty, he runs from the door. And then he has the dead stare where he doesn't take his eyes off your face for nothing and does not move. That means he wants water. And then when he wants food, if he has no food, he will pace right in front of me, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'll say, are you hungry? And then he waggles that little tail and then he runs for the kitchen. And
My
he'll
dog
also,
used to do the same, but she used to drag her paw like make noise just to annoy me. It's like, come on, get up.
yeah. And and it's so funny because when my son's getting ready to go somewhere, um, oh my God, he got when Colin goes somewhere, he's more Colin's dog than anybody's. He loves his Colin. But
You
when
can
Colin
imagine.
leaves, he goes over in his bed. He sits there. He will not listen. He will not move until Colin comes home. It's so crazy. But I'm going to have to get off here. And Jane, I've enjoyed talking to you. God bless you. Because I'm going to have to give her medicine.
I was wondering if you can give me a call later, if I can call you later. I have a couple questions to ask you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get, yeah, if you want to, you got me on Facebook, but I'm going to go in and I've got to take myself a shower I've got to give her medicine first. And then I got to take myself a shower. So give me about
If I
30,
is
30 minutes.
tomorrow better?
Yeah,
Tomorrow
tomorrow.
better?
Yeah, you got me on,
I
you got me
Yeah,
on
because
Messenger.
I have a lot of thing in my mind that because I'm having so much flares and flares and
Oh,
flares and more flares, and I'm just like, am I paranoid, or is it because I'm too tired and sick and tired to make sense of
oh God.
anything?
Tell me about it. When I'm in pain at 5 o'clock every day, I wait. My doctor wants me to take 3 pain pills a day. I can't take 3 pain pills a day. I would be absolutely
A zombie.
crazy, a zombie.
Well,
And
they gave me
like,
Belbuca. Have you heard
huh?
of Belbuca? Belbuca
Is that
is
some
a
of that
patch that
natural
you put. It's a
hollis?
narcotic, but you put it in your cheek. It's a
Oh,
patch.
I've had no,
Yeah.
um Not that, but I have the
There's a patch that you put it on your shoulder and your back. Is the same, but for people that have sensitive skin, you put the patch on your cheek and
yeah,
dissolves it.
I can't do anything with the skin or the adhesive or any of that kind of pain
Well,
stuff
you should
because
ask for that one then. But
yeah,
the
I have
problem
one
is
called
you
I can't
take and then you can't count to three. You don't have the pain that block your judgment and impair your brain to function. But
I
then the
have one.
medication make you
I have
stupid. You know, have the medication make you stupid? That's me.
Yeah, that's why I can't take 3 medications in one day. And I'm in pain during the day all day long, but I wait till 5 o'clock every day to take my pain medication because it'll last me through the night. But I can't have anything. Band-Aids, all that stuff breaks me out in a rash. And I've been having, like, I take my B12 shot every 2 weeks, Colin gives to me, and he puts a Band-Aid on it because I'm one of these people that just bleeds at the least little thing. And that breaks them out. But I'm going to get going so I can give the
I bet
medicine.
it. My dog has something in her mouth that I need to fish that out of her mouth.
All right. Well, I love you, darling. Give me a call tomorrow. I'm going to get off here and then get my shower and get calmed down before I. Oh, anyway, I love you all. Thank you for coming.
You guys.
I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming. Love to everybody.